This is Dr. William Hobbs, Director of the Writing Center at Virginia State University. And I'm here to talk to you about currently, and let me emphasize this, currently, the best practices for using AI in writing. Now, why I say currently is because, as you know by now, AI is forever expanding and evolving. And because of that, the parameters in which it is to be used, especially in academic writing, has to constantly change as well. So, like I said, this right here is what I've just written down as of this morning because it is forever changing. I can tell you over the last year or so, especially in the languages and literature department, we load AI because what it looked like was a lot of kids just copying and pasting something, right? Over time, a lot of us have used it, experimented with it for different things, and we see the utility that it does afford. Now, with that being said, as I said, we have to continuously look at the parameters and how it is used so students don't accidentally get penalized for plagiarism and lack of critical thinking. Let me give you an example. This is where we are right now in the Writing Center regarding AI. We have an AI usage chart that I'm going to print up probably about, this week or next week. But for instance, AI should be used as a brainstorming essay device. So let's say a professor gives you, they want you to write about rap music. Okay, what about rap music? You go on AI and say, give me different topics on rap music. It comes up with one, and you like it. So then you open it up and you check it out. You do not copy and paste it wholeheartedly. You see what it is saying and get into the segments that really speak to you. And then from there, you take those segments and paraphrase. Now, to make sure we all know what paraphrase means, paraphrase means you take the gist of something and you put it in your own words. This is very, very important. As a matter of fact, this is the main issue that a lot of literature and writing instructors have with AI. And it might not necessarily be AI as much as it is the people using it. Too many people saw it as an easy way out just to get a grade, right? They'd actually try to have it generate a whole paper for them, right? Instead of using it as a way to brainstorm topic. And once you think about it, really, everything that is created in the world can possibly be abused by people in the world. So who am I to knock AI in that regard? People are going to be people. You know what I'm saying? I say a lot of times that there are going to be people you're going to work hard and use energy regardless. Either you use it trying to get around doing whatever it is you're trying, like let's say a paper. You're going to use energy to try to use AI and come up with this and make sure it can't get caught and all this other kind of stuff. Or you can just do the paper. Either way, you're going to use energy. Why not use it wisely in a way that you won't get penalized for? So, again, AI being used as a brainstorming instrument, great idea, great idea. It encourages idea generation, your own idea generation, okay? Generating summaries. You have read a paper that your instructor has assigned to you. You think you have a pretty good idea of what it's saying, but you're not really confident. So you go to AI and you ask it to come up with a summary on that same topic. And it gives you some ideas that you didn't think of before. And it's, okay, that makes sense. That can kind of round out what I'm saying, right? So that is fine, but it must be reviewed and supplemented with your own personal insights. Even in that situation, you have to put your own original thought and words within it. The copying and pasting, that's what's killing folks with these papers, right? All right. Analyzing a literary text. Now, this is, you have to be limited with this because this can be used for comparison if you're comparing two papers, but not as a replacement for original analysis. Okay. Let's say you are doing a paper on the pros and cons of W.E.B. Du Bois's talented 10th theory, right? But for some reason, you just love it. This idea that W.E.B. Du Bois says that only 10% of the people should be the leaders of the other 90% because, because of their intelligence and their leadership qualities, they best represent the majority. You like that idea. You like it so much that you really can't see anything that's wrong with it. So you can go to AI and find a different perspective that would challenge that, which would overall give your paper a more wide-reaching conclusion. Okay? So be very careful with that, analyzing literary text with AI. Now, writing entire essays, no. Look at my face. You, yeah. No, don't do that. Don't do that. That's that laziness that I'm talking about. Don't do that. All right. Now, this one is interesting. I saw this and I'm like, I can see that this might need to be changed. Grammar and style checks. Should you use AI for grammar and style checks? I've seen people use it. But I was just in a meeting, ironically, this morning, where one of the faculty members was saying that one of their students turned in a paper and she did the AI detection and it was like 93% AI. So she told the student, okay, you're going to get F. How dare you? But the student said, check this out. She wrote the paper herself, but she ran it through AI to make sure all of the grammar issues were taken care of. And because of that, the AI put the imprint that it was 93% AI, right? So you have your Grammarly, you have other different programs to check those particular aspects of your paper. I would say use those first and foremost, because this one is problematic. Even though it says encourage for revision and editing, use something else. Like I said, this is the latest on how AI should be used. And right now, I'm looking to amend something right here. AI is definitely the future, but it needs to be a future in which we use it as a collaborative tool, not a replacement. What I mean by that is AI is only as good as the person using it. It cannot replace critical thinking. It can grab and assess everything that is out there regarding a particular subject, but the opinion and the stance that you take on it, that's what makes you you. That's what makes you so important. I give this analogy so people can really understand why writing instructors, hence the Writing Center, is so adamant about you being careful with how you use AI. Imagine this. You are in a long distance relationship with somebody. Somebody saw on IG, they look good, whatever the case is, right? You've been kicking it with them for about 3 months. You've been low key because it could be a catfish situation. Who knows, right? But eventually things work out where they come to see you. They come to town. They get flown in, right? And the conversations are good. They look just as good in person as they do on the gram. So, okay, this might work. You start mentioning a couple things to your friends, this could really work out. You are somewhere with them, restaurant or something like that, and they say to you, I got to tell you something. Over 94% of all of my responses to your text were generated by AI. I liked you so much, I just, wanted to make sure everything was perfect. Over 95% of their responses to your text were AI. Do you feel that you know this person? No, you don't. As the folks would say, you would feel some type of way. I promise you. That's what the deal is regarding using AI haphazardly, which means copying and pasting. You can get to a point where you don't even know your own original thoughts. You have no critical thinking skills. You don't know what you think because all you've been doing is copying and pasting everything you see in front of you. And college is such a valuable time for you really to understand who you are and what you stand for. You cannot do that copying and pasting things just to get by to the next day. So again, that is the biggest concern I have with AI. Use it as a collaborative tool, not a replacement tool for original thought and personality. Okay. Take what I'm saying and use it well, because as chances are, this is going to be amended again because AI is forever evolving. This is Dr. William Hobbs. See you in Hale State.
Wow. Is that the change?